So pens and lines are great, but sometimes we want to make shapes, and the shapes are really not as easy to do with a line. If I wanted to do a line here and I wanted to make a shape, I could go here and I could make my shape. But you'll notice like it's not that great. It's a little ugly and I missed on the corner there. So if you look over here, I'm going to select now. I can select and just create a box, see that? And then I can just um, click on any of the drop downs and delete, and I'll delete all four. Now if I want to make my own shape, there's shape tools right here. And these are regular polygons. These are different shapes that I can work on. Either one is great. Now what's awesome here is I can choose a shape. So I'll just do a basic triangle. Here's my basic triangle, and I'm going to click here and I'm going to move it over. But what if I wanted a triangle that was a little more fun, and I wanted an orange triangle with a purple border? All right, and so then I can go and I'll make it a little bit of a larger border, and there's my purple bordered orange triangle. Now, the great thing with this is that if I want that triangle smaller, I click on it. So when I get the little four arrows, I click on it. And then down here, see this little circle? I can use that to shrink it down. So if I make it a little too big and I rethink, I'm like, I want it a little smaller. And I can put that triangle in my first triangle. So there's a lot of great things you can do with shapes. You can make lots of different shapes. And these are great regular polygons. So there's like a hexagon that kids can see, they can use. It's a really great way to use them. Last thing here is the opacity. And so you can shrink down the opacity, and I could choose, say, octagon. I'm going to make a green octagon with a red border. I'm going to give it a pretty thick border, and I go here. Oh, oh, and I need to change my tool. So there it is. So little less opaque. So now I've got I've got an octagon that you can see through. So I could put like a little highlighter if I wanted. So I could say something like cover the triangle with the green octagon. So there's lots of things you can do with the shapes. They're very fun to use, and they're very useful. Um, and they're a great tool on here. You can do a lot with them.